Welcome back to the Dream Hanger. Happy Saturday to everybody. This is Mike. I want to talk to you about just kind of a smorgasbord of G.I. Joe stuff compiled together. There's no one place to get all the information. It comes from so many sources. But I went to Toy Habits. They have most of this at Toy Habits, and then they credit where they got it from and all that stuff. So I'm crediting Toy Habits. You guys can go there and find out where all these other pictures came from. But different influencers out there got sneak reveals and got to reveal it, and that's kind of crazy what's been going on this past week with G.I. Joe Classified. Plus there's some other stuff that's not part of that, so I'm going to try to just like throw it all in here and talk about it, give you my thoughts, and if I've got time on Saturday, happy Saturday everyone, I'm going to try to actually do a Zartan review for the Hiya Toys one, try to squeeze that in later on in the day. But let's get looking at this. Let's have a Joe Saturday, right? A G.I. Joe July Saturday, pre-SDCC. Coming up. All right, first off, I want to talk about the claw shipping. The claw. I like this a lot, and with that, it looks fantastic. It's the right size. It'll fit in my display. I'm not going to have to build an entire piece of furniture like the Snowcat. I would have to build something, a whole new something, and put it in the middle of the room or something to display that. But for this, it'll fit right in my Terradrome, display exactly how I've got it going on, and it'll integrate fine. I did order 3 of these because this is among my top 5 favorite vehicles. There's just something about it that just I've always been intrigued by it. I wanted one as a kid for 3 years. Finally found one at a garage sale because they stop selling stuff, and then you keep watching the show for years, and then you still want the stuff. So finally finding one at a garage sale made my day because it was the only place I could get one. And with that, I mean, getting this, it's a classic enough for me. It's a nice upgrade. It's $55. It's not $325 like I don't know, like a Snowcat. I'm out on the Snowcat. I have decided that I'm no longer on the fence. I'm out. Now, you're not going to need me to get this funded. It's going to fund. It's going to hit all the tiers. I don't want to say I guarantee it, but I expect it to get close to 20,000 by the end of it. Everyone's all worried about it. It's been a whole slew of people making videos about why has it failed, why is it a flop, and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's not really a fail or a flop. It's gonna fund. It's gonna get made no matter what. The biggest problem, and I've heard this now a couple hundred times, and I've read it 20, 30 times, but people saying that because Lenny said multiple times in live streams that the Snowcat it's too small to be a HasLab. Now they oversized it, scaled it up to be a HasLab. The problem is that they understand you have to have a cheap HasLab. So something that would be $150 at retail, scale it up to $325, add a few extra things that I personally don't want to get that $325 price point, and then the quantity is going to be so low to justify the higher price, and all of that. You don't have economies of scale for larger manufacturing quantities. So with that, people are down on the fact that they expected this to be $150 and having to fork out $325, and that's kind of where my problem was, because like that's where I was, but I just couldn't get over the $325 hump for this. And some people are saying, well, because it's a snow vehicle and snow in July, you can't put your mind to it and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different thoughts out there, but in all reality, I'm a firm no. I don't care what happens. If they can add another tier, I'm out, and I'm not buying this, and I will not have any regret. In fact, I've got an extra HasLab from the past. I don't remember, but I can't sell it. I can't get rid of my extra. Now, I'm not even buying extras anymore. I'm just not buying them anymore. The only one I'll get is if they do a hovercraft, a whale. And that's it. It's my last HasLab G.I. Joe. If they do that. Let's get into reveals here. Getting all the housekeeping stuff out of order. Out of order there. Sci-Fi. Looks great. This is exactly what I expect from a classified line. The best I could expect. See, it's classic enough that they will never need to put a retro version out of this, because this is perfect. Perfect for retro. I can't see any changes that would make it a retro. Unless they do what they did with the Cobra Island Major Blood and literally reissue it with maybe 2% different paint apps like they're doing with that. That makes no sense. That is not retro at all. But if they put this out on a retro card, it feel like it's retro, which is perfect for me. But it has a modern flair to it. Looks pretty good. I like this figure, and that works. Now, the other one, this is Mainframe, and I don't know who revealed what, so I'm not sure. But Mainframe looks like Mainframe, but better. And so I like the classic look, and I like the look like the cartoon. The toy, the vintage toy, I always disliked because it was just like a brighter gray from head to toe. And this looks more like I would expect Mainframe. I think they did a good job on this too. So I'm just saying that if they made it look like the vintage toy, like maybe when they do a retro, they'll probably do a retro version of this to look like the toy, because that would make sense. But it looks good. They got the classic accessories plus a little bit more and an additional head. I'm pretty sure this better only be the $25 price point. I mean, I can't imagine them doing the silly $35 price point, but we're going to see another high price point figure in here in a little bit, but I don't really want to talk about that. My favorite reveal out of all these is Wetsuit. I don't know why. I did not like Torpedo as a kid. I liked Wetsuit. There was just something about Wetsuit. I really loved every aspect of the figure. I truly loved the figure. And I liked the character on the show. And I just liked the colors of it. So I always tried to say I'm not attracted to the bright colors as a kid or even as an adult. But I guess I am. That yellow that's in there, the aqua on the suit. I mean, it is a very nice looking figure. And I wish I can credit people. Somebody said that looking at his flippers, looks like we're going to get a Hydro Viper. It's got Hydro Viper written all over it. And I'm like, wow, that is a really good point somebody made. And darn it, I wish I could credit whoever said that. But an excellent point. Maybe it is going to be a Hydro Viper. I probably watched 20 different people's videos and ideas on all these as this week went by. Just kind of listen to it in the background as I'm working on stuff and things go by. But this looks fantastic. I am definitely in on this. Definitely in on this. Next, we've got the Desert Scorpion. Now, this is one of those figures that I didn't even know existed until last year when I completed the $4.99 out of 503 run. So I'm still four figures short. Some of the repaints that are like stupid expensive, but this guy I got 3 of. He has a weird backpack with a gun missile launching kind of gimmick to it, which it looks like they have the backpack, but it's not going to be the same gimmick. I don't know if you'll be able to put stuff on it to make it similar to the toy gimmick, but this is very retro classic already, and it's got a bit of a modern flair to it. It looks good. If they were to put this out in 2020, I wouldn't have been into it. But now I kind of am. And I do like the fact you get a face, so I guess you pop his face mask off and put a face on. That's cool. That's interesting. You've got all the same accessories, those things that would go on his wrists, and I actually put them on his shins too. But those wrist kind of attachments, he's got a couple of knives, some guns, that Scorpion. I believe this to be the $45 price point, though. And that's what I don't like about it. It's a troop builder. I have yet to see anything they put out at retail, including the Baroness, by the way, because it got a reissue. Everything at the $45 price point has gone on sale or clearance. There's no exception at all. So this will not be the exception. I will probably wait on this, and when there's a sale for like 30 or something, I'll buy 2. Because it is a troop builder. I would like a couple of them, and it looks awesome. And people are talking about this being the Range Viper, but kind of recolored to be a Grimm Viper, which I'm looking through my list of 503 figures. I don't see a Grimm Viper in there somewhere, so I'm lost. It does not compute what year did this come out in the vintage toy line, so it has to be some sort of offshoot comic or something. I don't know. Was it in the Deke era? Well, I think it looks okay. It looks cool. Pass for me. I don't need it. And, here's the fun part. When any time that Hasbro made it hard to get something and I just didn't get it, it's not part of my collection, it took me that further away from being a completist. And then now when you're like 20 or 30 figures short, it's like I just can let so much stuff pass and not sweat any of it. And I'm thankful. I'm actually thankful Hasbro has cured me of FOMO. I have no FOMO for a Grimm Viper, but some people out there are going to love a Grimm Viper. All right, what do we got next? So this is Breaker, kind of from Breaker and the Ram cycle, and they broke Breaker up from the RAM. Am I right on that? Is that how it went? But they're going to give him an extra little piece here so he can be part of the whole, I guess you collect all the elements for the first mini-series that we had back in the day as the Weather Dominator. Is that what it is? But he looks good. Okay, I guess. I honestly, I paid full price for this. Then I saw it go on sale and I got mad at myself for not waiting. And it's in a box somewhere. I never even opened it because I was like, it's a precious, expensive $50 I spent on a breaker and his RAM cycle. And then everyone else is getting them for like $12. I saw people get them for $12 somewhere. Ollie's or Ross or something. But I didn't get one for that price. So then I guess, will I be out on this? Only if it's on sale. But I do kind of like the fact they give you the element. But on the flip side, they're juicing you because you're going to have to buy this figure again to get the element. I mean, it's a lot of these weird things that they do. But so many people miss that era of Breaker and the RAM cycle. So to get the figure again, and do they really want the RAM cycle? Cold Slither will be joining you soon. I like this set. Now, when they initially announced this, people were saying it's going to be like $180, $200. And I was like, no, it's going to be $130. And it's actually cheaper than I thought it would be. It's $125. I'm impressed that they didn't gouge us. The SDCC is, the San Diego Comic-Con is the place that price gouging flourishes. There are very few events in this world that you get price gouged more than at San Diego Comic-Con. And I don't know if it's just because it's in the spirit of California. Everything's got to cost twice as much. I don't know. But that place is crazy. And to keep this a normal price and make it available next Thursday at 11 a.m. Central, I'm going to be here. I'm going to buy 2. See, if they price it right, I'm in on it for 2. One to open, one to keep sealed. And with that, I'm all in on Dreadnoks, though. I don't know if you noticed, I made a Dreadnok video. Some of the stuff that I just will not pass on is Dreadnoks. And I waited on both of the deluxe, the Naga Hide, and then the Road Pig. I got them both for like between $30 and $35 each instead of $45. So that was a good thing. This, you will not catch this on sale. You get it before it sells out in just hours. I predict this will be sold out within hours. As soon as it hits for everybody that's not a premium member, it's going to be gone fast because it's something that's exciting, it's fun, and it's one of those things. I'm also following this when it comes to Super 7. Just filming us on Fridays. Fridays absolutely suck. It's a lot going on. It's hard to get anything accomplished on a Friday. So many people are out and about doing crazy stuff, but this Zartan Cold Slither repaint, I'm on the fence about this. It does come with like a record, and I think it's $100. I mean, I've got to look that up. I think it's $100. It's crazy expensive in my opinion, and I'll be out on it. I mean, I'd be in on it for $20 for a crazy price. If it's really, I saw it for $100. I thought that was a joke, but if it's really $100, there is no way on the planet I'd spend $100 on this. And so I'd gladly do without but get every other Cold Slither repaint character figure as it comes through. And I'd be excited for that. But I want the whole band, 3.75. I don't want a $100 record LP. I have to go to my son's room and play it. So there it is. Short video talking about everything that I know for the whole week that I've seen G.I. Joe Classified. Now, if I missed something that happened this past week for G.I. Joe Classified, let me know. Put it in the comments because I got my news coming up on Sunday, or I guess tomorrow. News coming up tomorrow, and I'd like to put that in there and only quickly reference this stuff. But let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Don't miss out on any of the stuff that you want, and pass on the stuff you don't want. Tiger Hanger out.